Hey folks, welcome back to Failure at Retirement. I know what you're asking yourself. What's old failure up to today? There's just another slice of life. Don't ask me why, but several of my kind of crazier friends have insisted that I do a video on giving myself a haircut. I started cutting my own hair shortly after the pandemic broke out of necessity. I got about, I don't know, close to 3 months deep on a haircut, and that was just not working for failure. Normally, a guy gets his hair cut about every 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. In the pandemic, couldn't find anybody to do it. Um, there was a speakeasy special knock at a place that I don't normally frequent, but because I don't normally frequent it, I didn't go there. Figured out that Mrs. Failure bought a real nice set of clippers when our kids were young in an attempt to save money. I don't know if she ever used them. So I relocated those and put them to work. And I didn't watch any YouTube. I didn't study up on this. I was so desperate, I just went for it. So here we go. I'll try to explain along the way. Got to get the barber smock here. There's quite a few things. Old Failure, being the way he is, does a little different than the pros, of course. Started out kind of trying to mimic what they did on me over all these years, and then little by little kind of changed it up to what works best for me, doing it myself. And honestly, one of the reasons why we do it different is because I'm doing it on myself, and they have a way better view of the top of my head than I do. So anyway, here goes. We're going to start out, we're going to put the old smock on, but we're going to put her on backwards. I know, old Failure's got to do everything backwards, basically. Bottom line is, you got this opening here in the front. You know what? It's way easier for a guy to get the hair off the front of him than the back. So that's why I wear it backwards. So what we're going to do, start out here with the number 3 comb. And the reason for it, and this is another thing that's different, the guy likes to just kind of get the top of his head and where it's hard to see down to one even level right from the beginning. A normal barber will start on the sides and work the sides down straight. And I used to do that, but I just figured out, just get yourself like a standard height, maximum height to start with. You don't have to do the whole thing because a lot of it you're going to cut shorter anyway. So here goes. We'll start getting her the maximum height. This is the part right here. It's just real hard for old Failure to see and to kind of get her dialed in, right? Can't see this. Now, since we got this longer comb, we're going to hit the mustache real quick because it's way out of control. All right, now we're going to grab a shorter comb and go to work on the top. We're gonna go for it today, go all the way down to 1.5. We got some kind of weird spots here that kind of laid down because I let her get a little too long. But anyway, next up, 1.5. The guy just kind of starts in the middle. Now I'll kind of work on the side a little bit. As you can see, it really don't take long to start coming into shape. All right, that's more or less it for the 1.5. Oh, hold on. One more thing. The guy's getting so ancient, it's got to hit the eyebrows pretty regular. Better to get that before we change the comb. There we go. So, funny story, my friend Greg, the expert, had a good time one night. When he got up in the morning, his wife noticed he was missing something. Come to find out, the expert only had one eyebrow. His friends had relieved him of the other one. Nothing like a perfectly good set of friends to relieve you of one eyebrow and leave the other. That's an old story. It still cracks me up. Anyway, we're going to step down to the number 1 comb. Honestly, guys, I don't know why. I don't know why you want to watch me cut my hair, but my friends insisted. So again, we're just kind of working her down, just blending her in with the number 1 here. In the back where you can't see, the key is just many passes, right? If you give her enough passes, you're unlikely to miss a spot. It's kind of the way that works out. And again, we're not too worried about the bottom just yet because we're just going to take her down shorter and shorter and shorter. And we'll get the very bottom last. Again, the exact opposite the way a professionally trained barber would do it. But old failures found out in the last 3 years, I guess. But that just kind of the best way to do it. Just start from the top down. And again, I think if I could see, if I could see everything like a barber can. Ooh, you got some lung stuff there, kind of weird. If I could see everything like a barber could, there's no question that I would be doing it the way they do it. Okay, I believe today we're going to really go for it. We're going to take the top down to number one. That's where you kind of get into the can't make a mistake territory. And I don't always, lots of times, especially in the winter, leave it 1.5, but it's still summer around here. So we're gonna take her down just a little bit further. All right, that'll do her for the number one. Now we're gonna finish up the bottom with the half, and then after that we'll drop down to nothing. Okay, now it's freehand time. This is kind of, it's looking pretty decent, I think. Anyway, it's freehand time. Kind of get a few stragglers, clean up the edges a little bit, and work on the mustache a little bit more. right, shop vac time. All right, fellas, I think we pretty well got her. Not bad if I say so myself. So guy just saved himself $25-$30. But more importantly, guy saved himself quite a bit of time. I mean, the local barber shop here is 20-30 minutes away. And then you sit there 20-30 minutes if you're lucky to get a spot in the chair. Got one straggler here. There we go. Anyway, for me at this point, it's about 50% the time it saves. Because again, like, poor thing, it just saves time, and time is my one asset that I can't get more of. And then the other thing is, quite honestly, and I'm not really saying I'm good at this, but I think I'm not bad at it. And so it kind of angers a guy, to tell you the truth, when he goes and throws down pays for a professional haircut and it don't come out good. And I look at it and it's like, I could have done better myself. Because my thing is, the last couple of years, if I got a wedding or some other important event or something, that's when I'll usually throw down and treat myself to a professional job. But the further I get away from doing that on a regular basis, the less I'm doing that, because, like I said, it's about 50-50. If my haircut comes out better, or some young kid who cuts it, screws it up, and I'm not mad at him. Everybody's got to learn, but I'm mad at the fact that I paid good money for something I could have done better myself. So anyway, that's haircutting for you. My weird friends wanted to see this, so there you go, fellas. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already.